back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up, I had to get back up. I can't take no loss, you better call back up. I'm running it down to finish, I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big, better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I can't.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And a fair catch signaled for and taken success. Successfully. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions when I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fit.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
Yellow!
56. Hey! Switch!
Hey, sundown. Hey, 57 colors.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, Sunday.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Kiko Alonso came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Mahomes now on the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Check. Check 99.
Correct. Hey, 15.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Here I come again. Kill.
12.
Watch twits. Mike 56. I got it.
This one into the hands of Ginn out wide. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
17-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. Good. I full. Ready.
He's heavy on the edges.
0-2.
Brees now. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
Ready. 5-9.
To Michael Thomas. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
Kill. Hey, Haywood.
50, Mike.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Check.
53. Check 53. Yeah.
Brees on the draw, gives to Kamara. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready. 95-56.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Over. Good. I full. Ready. Hey, Foxtrot.
They fake the give. Here's Brees. And this is going to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 71 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 7, Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, kill. Hey, easy. 53. Watch the screen.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, little lady. 11. Here we go, D. Mike's 50. You're not ready. Hey, seam 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Check. kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. No. 5. 36.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's what I do.
50, yellow. Hey, 54 is Mike. Check. Hey, Sunday. Watch the slack. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 21. Hey, Orvin.
Now Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. 72 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Hey, watch it.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch the twitch, watch the twitch. Watch the shift, watch the shift. Hey, hey, watch the shift, watch the shift.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Mahomes now on first down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Yellow. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Watch the run. Box trap. Pick that.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 40-yard line.
Hey, easy. Hey, easy.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Here we go. Here we go.
Motion. Reset.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
11. Watch tight end.
Breeze now to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Breeze drops this up to Kamara out of the backfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. To throw is Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Right here, right here. Hey, Alpha. 50, Mike's 50. Not here. Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got it. Mike's 50.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Come on now, let's go!
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Check 52.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Check 25.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Yo, hey, Charlie. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
On play action, it's Breeze. The open man is Smith. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Kill! Jim!
A 10th carry for Kamara. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Kill.
46-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak. 50, check back 50.
Again, it's Kamara. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Man, I got you. Man.
Play action. Breeze. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th.
14, smooth.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Double time. 4 down.
On play action. Now Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Ready?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Hey, easy. Hey, easy. Banjo. Kill.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Gaines got it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
You're good. Tight zone.
At the 22.
You draw Corkers.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Ready. 95-56.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down.
Now Breeze on third down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Morris Claiborne, the former #1 pick of the Cowboys there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Yellow. Yellow. 56, the mic, boy. 56. Check, 56. H3, 218. Chopper. 15.
Mahomes to try again after the pick six. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Saints on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Breeze now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Ready?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Move. Easy, opposite. Bravo.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
Okay, it was 4th down, but you still had time here in the 4th quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it on their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
Greystone travel. Yellow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A.J. Klein charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check. Check out, bro. Yellow, 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 yellow. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try the right side with McCoy. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 15. Yellow, yellow. Watch the motion. Hey, let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
0-2.
To throw, it's Breeze. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's McCoy. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Yellow. Check. Watch the before. Watch the curve. Patch it. Watch the twist. Check. Front. Hey, 57 colors. Shit.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Over. Hey, kill. Hey, exit.
Now a play fake. Breeze. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Out. General West. Kill. You're good. Line 4, ready.
Now Breeze. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
We got 4.
Hey, zoom.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Kill.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Hey, high 7.
They'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Go.
Back to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Breeze to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Yellow.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.